Hey yo, peace and blessings, blessings and peace. It's the boy Jarmel Reece, and I want to share my experiences with you. If I had to put my life in one word, I would have to say ridiculous, man. From growing up in one of the worst neighborhoods in St. Louis, Missouri, launching a successful music career, recording with some of the top names in the industry, and launching my own clothing line, traveling the world, discovering the power behind yoga and meditation and how it can heal the mind as well as the body. So tune in to my show, Just a Thought. Follow the story, like the page, subscribe. Let's write the rest of the story that you've always dreamed of. Peace and blessings, blessings and peace. It's the boy Jarmel Reece. See you soon.
Like it's easy to paint the picture, or maybe be like the pastor. Maybe just go to scripture. These demons, they be lurking.
Today, you know what I'm saying, we are going to talk about the power of manifestation. Like I start all the time, you know what I'm saying, man, I'm thankful to be here, you know what I'm saying, and I'm thankful for the studio. We're here live at Hub Studios here in Waukegan, Illinois. If you ever here, come and check us out, you know what I'm saying, we got a live studio here. But anyway, you know what I'm saying, today's show is going to be talking about the power of manifestation and what that really means and what it really in details for people, you know what I'm saying? A lot of the times we don't know that we can talk ourselves right out of the same blessing that we're already aligned with. It is your given birthright to be able to have from birth. Being poor isn't something that, it's actually a sin. How could you be given all? You were told when you were born with everything that you have, everything that you need on this planet. Everything that you need to be able to manifest whatever it is that you want, everything that you need to be able to just get yourself up to the next level. You don't have to look outside of yourself to find anything. The problem today sometimes is that we look for so many outside sources to be able to try to help us get and guide us to the place that we're trying to get to. And in reality, once we find that self-esteem, that confidence inside of ourselves, is nothing that could be able to stop us to get to the next level. Only thing that ever stops us from getting to the next level is us. We get distracted by petty-minded conversations, arguing with people, getting caught up in things that don't even matter. You know, one thing about this life is if you don't learn how to be able to live every moment, every second, every given second, you're going to have a real problem with doing anything, manifesting or anything, because you can't even keep your mind on track. Your mind's all over the place. You can't manifest with your mind all over the place. That's why everything gets built in order. Can't operate in chaos. God, the Most High, the universe, whatever it is that anybody wants to be able to call this thing, it doesn't operate in chaos. It only operates in order. And so when you're trying to be able to get to that place of learning how to be able to manifest and bring in manifestation in your life, it has to bring on some type of order in your life. You know, I know for me, this hasn't always been, I haven't always been the most orderly person. You know, sometimes if my business would be over here, I wouldn't write things down. I wouldn't do these things. And it was just certain things that was stopping me from getting to that next level. And I would always try to blame it on somebody else. And I would look outside and be like, hey, this person is doing this, or they're not doing this for my business, or they're not doing this for this. And, you know, and what I had to learn is that even as a business owner and as a person, you have to change your teachings. You have to look at you. You have to evaluate the problems in your life and look at you and be able to take all the accountability for it. Because what happens is that it makes you a better person and starts manifesting something else inside of you, pushing you to another level of abundance, another level of prosperity, and being able to have a prosperous spirit. You got to be able to be prosperous. A lot of the times what happens is we're so used to giving. We're a giving generation. Not even a giving generation. We're a giving people. People are so much of thinking that they need to give something to somebody. All we need to do is learn how to be able to receive. It's actually the opposite. Receive the love that's being given to you. And it's having that ultimate connection being right there present, having your mind focused on what it is that you want, and trying and going after those goals. You got to go after everything that it is that you want, and you got to stick to it. You can't veer off and have your mind going all over the place. You got to straight stick to the plan. I'm getting ready to play another video for you guys to be able to see. Check this out.
How do you, what's a simple way, there's a lot to say, but what would you say to people who want to better their lives? They're not happy with where they are right now.
Well, basically, every being has a destiny loaded and coded within them. We've heard this statement, people want their dreams to come true. Well, you have to come true to yourself to have your dream come true. Now, what I see, people suffer from what I call an attention deficit disorder.
Not attention.
Not attention. They don't have an intention. So they move through life simply reacting to circumstances and situations. But if one establishes an intention, then through universal law, that intention is matched. Opportunities open, possibilities happen. You see life differently. You're able to catch not only vision, but you're able to catch wisdom from your soul. Because so many people are listening to so many voices in their head. They're listening to so many external authorities. But within each being, there's a destiny trying to emerge. Every being.
So, and you talk about a vibration.
Mic back on. Sorry about that. Let me chime in on that. So he said in every being, there's a destiny, it's a purpose, it's something locked up inside of them. That voice that you hear inside of your head when it's telling you to go after these goals and go and do this and go and do that. And it's telling you to go do it, but then it's that other voice inside of your head that's saying, nah, we ain't gonna do that. We gonna do this. That's fear. That's the condition. That's if you pay attention to that voice, it talks you out of things. Matter of fact, it doesn't just ever talk you out of things. It talks you into things too. Matter of fact, that voice just goes along with anything at any given time. And sometimes people think that this voice is actually them. You're the one observing, not the one that's actually saying. This is a program. That's a condition. That's the condition trying to hold you back, stopping you from being able to manifest up to that next level because you get fear. You get scared. Especially if you come from a community and you come from a background of people who don't have things. When you come from a community and a background of people that don't have things, it becomes hard to manifest a prosperous legal life, because you can be prosperous. You'll learn how to be prosperous in a bad community, learn how to be able to be a drug dealer. You can be very prosperous. You'll learn the ins and outs. You'll learn how to get away from the police. You'll learn everything that it comes with, because actually in poor communities, especially I say where I grew up, you know what I'm saying? Like real life. I grew up in a bad community. The thing that was being taught to us wasn't learning how to be able to fill your bank account up. It was learning how to be able to stay away from the police. It was like a class. You knew where to put your stuff at. You knew what to do. You knew this. That was what we had to know. That was what was up. And that ain't what's up. So when you come from a place, that's when you drifting, you going back into those places, you know what I'm saying? You can't get past it because you always looking back. And in order to manifest, you got to look forward. And sometimes looking forward looks like leaving some of the people you love behind. And it's not because you don't love them. It's because life is moving in a different direction. And in order to manifest to your highest potential, you cannot have narrow-minded arguments, petty conversations, talking about people, wondering what they're doing. The only thing that life has for us is being able to be clear and being able to have clarity in our lives. Being able to understand where it is that we're trying to go, where we've been, and what we're trying to do, ultimately. Because we all have that purpose locked up inside of us. And that's all it's about, being able to get to those goals. So I'd say, you know what I'm saying, some of the things I do and that I'm doing right now, because I'm in a transition myself. I'm always in a transition. I'm in a transition myself where I'm doing, just manifesting, staying positive, staying out of, different conversations. Because in any time, you have to always be loved to get love back, especially even if you manifest in love. It don't have to just be money. You could be manifesting to heal yourself inside on another level where you have to be able to take a step back sometimes. I've had to learn how to be able to sometimes just walk away. You can love things unconditionally without saying things. It's okay. It's sometimes it's time to be able to move on, because you have to manifest positive things inside of your life. So here's another video. You know what I'm saying? We're going to play my boy. This is Dr. Wayne Dyer. He's pretty good too, man. Check him out. These guys are on YouTube, always dropping knowledge. You know what I'm saying?
Neville Goddard, who died in the 1970s. He basically said that all of us have within us this amazing capacity to manifest and attract anything that we want into our life. So how we call it, what words that we use, we have to be able to say, in The Secret, they say you get what you want, and what is missing. And what Neville said, and what has come to me, and what I got from the I Am discourses, and what I get from the New Testament, which I read before I did this, is that you say, I will attract into my life what I am, not what I want. And I am capable of attracting all things that the source is capable of attracting. So that's the difference. It's like you get what you are rather than what you want. So you want to become, you can't go around and ask these divine beings, angels, whatever you want to call them.
Who are right here all the time.
Always. You
Right
can't,
here,
you can't
right here,
ask
right
them to help me out. You have to become like they are. That when you become angelic, when you become a divine being yourself, when you are giving, when you are serving, when you are in that place, they will come to you. That's what happened to you in India.
So let's get on that. You have to become everything that it is that you want to manifest. He said you have to become angelic. You have to become this way. And that's where it comes with forgiveness. You know what I'm saying? You got to be able to get at this place. You can't receive anything if you got all this hate and this tuggle against everybody else. You will ultimately get exactly what it is that you want. Even if you're manifesting negative things inside of you, you got this hate and you got this going on inside of you. Always understand that it's always ultimately something that's taking care of you. You are always connected to the source. But you'll never get to that top plateau that you've been looking for, because you got so much hate and you got so much things inside of you. See, I was reading something the other day and it was talking about depression. And it says that depression comes from a buildup of outside hate that ultimately is suppressed and depresses the individual. That's something to really think about. When you're depressed, you're so upset at other people that it suppresses you inside and depresses you, ultimately stopping you from being able to manifest, ultimately stopping you from being able to get to your highest level of consciousness. Where does negativity come from? How can you avoid negativity to be able to get to the highest level of manifestation? Cut off your TV. It's around you. It's in your text messages. It's on your TV. It's in your phone. It's in your household. It's in your conversations. Sometimes we have to just step back and observe what it is we're doing. And this is just a thought. It's never always the permanent book. It's just a thought. But you have the right to choose happiness. Most people think that other people make them happy or other people make them feel away. No, it's ultimately you. You have the keys to the kingdom at all times. So when you learn how to be able to stop getting into these bad conversations, getting into these things that are just not what it is that you're trying to do, you ultimately block yourself from the highest blessing that the Most High wants to give to you. And, I've been a victim of it myself. I believe that mental health is real. I believe a lot of us have it and don't even know it. I believe a lot of us are continuing to go over same patterns and aren't even aware of it, or are so aware of it that we're just used to it, and it is what it is, and it's life, and we just saw our parents do it, and we saw this happen. We don't believe that we could ever be prosperous. We don't believe that we could be abundant. We don't believe that we are chosen to do anything that it is that we want to do. We don't believe it. We'll never be able to take the ropes of that or take the wheel of that because we've never even seen anybody become it. And so I get it. I understand that it can be a hard road, but just also understand that if you're willing to be able to do the fight, and I'm not talking about the fight for somebody else or for something, for an amount of money, because once you're able to heal yourself, the amount of unlimited potential and money that can be able to start flowing into your life, that's a universal circle. It's amazing. Learning how to be able to just be peace and being connected to the universe. That's when you're able to allow the power of manifestation to truly happen for you. And you take on this greatness and this body armor, and you just become a whole new person, man. A whole nother person. So I'm gonna say this going into the new year, man. I hope that at least for a couple of days that maybe we could take some time to be able to just cut off the loud TV, cut off the news, stop listening to all these different voices that are inside of our heads, and just learn how to be able to sit and be. And I'm pretty sure that if you learn how to collect your thoughts and get in order, you learn how to be able to manifest at a higher level. If you guys want to be at, but like I said, man, I'm on the same path. I'm never talking at people, only talking to them. Letting people know that, hey, man, there's somebody out here that understands exactly what it is that you've been through, and not even what you've been through, and still growing as a man and as a person, And I think the only way that we could ever be able to get to our higher selves and get to our truer self is if we become mirrors for each other and stop hiding behind who we are, because, it's easy to be insecure and act secure at the same time. But being secure doesn't have to have an act. It just is what it is. And so learning how to be able to get to that place of just love and power and energy. And on that note, I'm going to leave y'all, man, with the best song in the world. You know what I'm saying? not just because it's my song, but because it's my song, it's the best song in the world. And this is how I feel right now. They trying to take my energy. You know what I'm saying? So we gonna play Energy. Man, this is just a thought, man. It's been another great week with y'all, man. I really appreciate the love. I appreciate all the feedback that I've been getting back for the show, man. It's always been a blessing to be able to be here with y'all. You know what I'm talking about? I'll be back next week at the beginning of the year. And man, it's just gonna be a powerful year going into the new year, baby. You know what I'm talking about? And it's the boy Jarmel Reece. Peace and blessings, blessings and peace. It's the boy Jarmel Reece, as my kids would say, in real life, not in fake life, because they just faking about their life. You know what I'm talking about? Peace, energy, energy, energy. Hey yo, the time we living in is revelation. Your soul's awakened in its motivation. It's the beginning of the end of a fallen nation. Receive the knowledge that you passed on. You swear to God that you ain't scared, but I see you with that mask on. While you was fronting for IG and cloud chasing, I was sitting back meditating and sun gazing. Babylon falling, I told you it was prophecy. You ain't gotta acknowledge me, but obviously, look at your economy. You don't even think to yourself. You don't even stop and ask and even question yourself. Eat processed food, you don't even question your health. How is you a boss, fam? You can't even think for yourself, huh? See, in this matrix, I'm Neo in the Oracle, and everything you spitting is rhetorical. I'm ignoring you. Me fearing virus, I'm Osiris, and everything we need is inside us. We united so they can't divide us, but they divide us by the things that blind us. Fear man or you fear the science? Believe time or believe the Mayans? The problem you say, our DNA is boosting, and this is evolution. Energy. Man, they trying to take my energy. Ha ha, they want my energy. Man, they trying to take my motherfucking energy. Ha ha, they want my energy. Man, they trying to take my energy. Ha ha, they want my energy. Man, since it's the end of the universe, and I'ma go and drop the illest verse. It might take me a second, but y'all gon' hear it first. It's like the first verse of Genesis, the premises. It told you was God, but y'all think I'm a nemesis. While y'all was busy watching Empire, they was building empires off of the things that you desire. Your life is way more than the things that you acquire, but you remain stuck in the church singing the choir, listening to these Creflo dollars steal your dollars. They keep you so far from the truth to seek the knowledge. The knowledge here, and it's all reading Egyptian scriptures, but y'all so caught up in them lies with them Jesus pictures. Maybe the time I spent it made me bitter. We gods and goddesses, but on this earth we still some niggas with the ER. But trust me, this ain't no English lesson. I'm confessing my projections. He is I and I am him. We not divided. I spread it around the world, then I multiplied it. Energy. Man, they trying to take my energy. Ha ha, they want my energy. Man, they trying to take my motherfucking energy. Ha ha, they want my energy. Man, they trying to take my energy.